Okay, hear me out here. Wouldn't it be great if it was super easy to be able to build and deploy your own MCP servers, like your own tools that you can make available to friends and colleagues and maybe even customers? Well, it turns out it is super easy. I'm going to do it right now, and I'm going to show you how you can do it too. But first, let me show off what it looks like when it's actually working. I've written an MCP server to answer FAQ about my course, and I've attached it to ChatGPT, my ChatGPT right here. And I'm just going to ask it the question. Ed Donner recently upgraded one of his courses. What changed and why? And because I've equipped ChatGPT with a tool, I'm hoping that it's going to say, yes, look, I'll use the course FAQ tool for this. It knows that it's got an MCP server attached that's able to answer that question. And ChatGPT just gave a comprehensive answer to this question. And the way it did it was that it used the MCP server that I had written to ask questions about my course to get back the answer, which it then summarized back. So this shows you an MCP server that I wrote being used by ChatGPT. And that's pretty cool. And you could do it too. Let me show you how. There's literally only 3 steps required. And you can take this code that I'll link in the description and repurpose it for any tool that you want, anything you've written that you want to make available to others. The first step is just to write your tool, your code itself. And I've got some code right here in a Python module, fac.py. And I've got 2 functions here that I care about. List all FAQs is something I've written that just goes to Supabase and lists all the FAQs in my database. And then get FAQ by ID obviously goes to Supabase and looks up a particular question. And these are 2 functions I've written that I want to share with the world. I want other people in ChatGPT, in Claude Desktop, or building agents to be able to quickly equip their LLM with these 2 tools. And that's what MCP is for. Now I'm going to check my functions do something useful by going to a terminal and doing uv run faq.py just to see what they do. I've got some print statements here. You can see the first function prints all of the FAQs. The second function retrieves a particular question. It's working. These are my functions. You should write something that's useful for you. Now we're going to turn this into an MCP server. So all of my functions fits on one screen. The MCP server presumably is going to need some more code. Well, it turns out that fits on one screen as well. And most of it is about adding the natural language to describe these tools to an LLM. So this is my MCP implementation. This is step 2 of the 3 steps. I simply create an MCP. I then have 2 functions which are decorated with mcp.tool, which means these will become my 2 tools. One of them is called list all FAQs. One of them is called get FAQ by ID. And they simply contain a doc string that will describe to an LLM how and why to use this tool. And then the implementation is just, of course, to call the function in the other module. As simple as that. And as a result, we have here defined 2 tools as part of this MCP server. And we end by doing mcp.run, and we're using the streamable HTTP transport mechanism, the mechanism to use for remote MCP servers. And of course, if you're intrigued about transport mechanisms of MCP servers, then I cover them all on my Agentic Track course, details below. All right, it's time for step 3, which is to deploy this MCP server. So there are a lot of advanced ways to deploy an MCP server, like pushing it out to AWS, where it can be ready for mass scale. But there are also really easy ways to deploy MCP servers, and that's what I'm going to recommend for you right now. I'm going to use Fly.io because they make it so easy for this kind of thing. And for this kind of demo, for tools you're sharing with a few people, it's incredibly cheap. This is going to be, for me, about 2 to 5 cents a month, something like that, really low cost. And if it were really all out and people were using it all the time, maybe it would get to a few dollars a month, but it's very, very cheap. Let's do it. Let's use Fly. And the first step to deploying it somewhere like Fly.io is to package it up into a Docker container using a Docker file. And that's actually really easy, and any coding agent can write this for you. But this is what the Docker file looks like in this case. It's really short and simple. It just builds and runs this MCP server. That's it. That's the Docker file. And then for Fly.io, you also have to make a file called fly.toml. And I give it a name of an app. This is going to form part of the URL used in our MCP server in just a second. And then I give it the fact that it can stop the machines altogether. It can go all the way down to 0 machines. And it's just a small machine we want to deploy to. And we're ready to go. And it's just a few fly commands to now deploy this. I put them in a little script. I could do uv run deploy.py, and you can check this out to see it's just 2 or 3 fly commands. This is now going to do the deployment. It's going to package up that Docker container, deploy it up to fly.io, and it's there. It's been deployed, and you can see that it's deployed this MCP server, ed.donafact.fly.dev/MCP. That is a live MCP server deployed to fly.io and running in the cloud, ready to be attached to any ChatGPT, Claude Desktop, any other LLM, whether yours or mine. Okay, here I am on the ChatGPT website, and you could be doing this on your website, connecting to the tools that I made available to anybody. And I'm going to go to settings down here to settings, and then I'm going to go to apps, and then I'm going to do advanced settings and turn on developer mode that allows me to attach new MCP servers to ChatGPT. And now I'm going to go back and we're going to actually create an app. Okay, so create app. I'm going to press. We give it a name. We're going to call it Ed Donner Course FAQ. We can optionally give it a description. I'm going to paste in there something which says, tools that provide FAQ for my courses important. Use these if you're asked questions about my courses. All right, now it's time to actually set it up. Well, this MCP server doesn't need anyone to log in or anything like that. There's no auth. It's just simply running right here at ed-donner-faq.fly.dev/MCP. That's where it is. I say, I understand. I want to continue. Let's create this app. And then after a couple of seconds, bam, add Ed Donner course FAQ to ChatGPT. I press connect and it will be connected. Ed Donner course FAQ is now connected. We've added the tools to ChatGPT. Let's give them a whirl. And so now we'll ask, what kind of job can I get after I complete Ed Donner's courses? Let's see what it does. Hopefully it's going to use its tool, listing available FAQs. It is working. This is now hitting fly.dev. It's hitting fly.io's dev server, fly.dev, and it's going to be listing the courses. And there we go. And it gives us a comprehensive answer to this. And yes, it has indeed used the FAQ, I can confirm, and it's giving back a robust answer. And as it says, the thing that gets you hired is the visible evidence that you can build. And if you're looking for an idea for something to build, how about your own MCP server? And finally, to make this feel concrete, these are the fly.io screens showing the deployment of the Ed Donner FAQ.fly.dev MCP server. And we can look at the dashboards to see that the CPU was just used. This was me making that call via ChatGPT a second ago, and look at the network traffic as that happened. So you can monitor your instance from the Fly screens. And so with that in mind, think of some tool that you would like to offer the world and build your own MCP server. And if you message me perhaps below with the link to the MCP server, I will try it out for sure. You can use it in ChatGPT. You can use it in Claude Desktop. You can write some agent code as I do in my other videos and just attach in the MCP server and enjoy building and sharing your MCP tools. And I hope you found this useful. And if so, please do like and subscribe. That's the way I know that these videos are going well and I should make more. And I hope to see you very soon for another video.